And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here in Week 4. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action now for Herbert. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 46. Complete to Hyatt. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third down, 1 yard to go. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third and a lone yard coming up. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Give now to the running back. He breaks the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a 2nd down. They give it to him again. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there, 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Herbert with a blitz coming. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And a man is there to knock that away.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Now Doug Peterson seeing that play clock running down. He calls a timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Reels it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5. He's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Williams on the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Williams from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Buckle up. It's third and goal. They'll try it with him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears tie it in the final minute of the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's a toss headed right. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lone back gets the handoff. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's going to push one deep down the right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Off the play fake, Williams. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce into your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give left side. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. That last shot took them right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Plowing up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Handoff now from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And it's a dime look from the Falcons now. 3rd down coming. Escapes the pocket. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And the Falcons will have a 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Herbert on 1st down. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's only able to drive this down to about the 45. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10. Blitz coming for Williams. He's got him. That's Addison. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, Williams. Flush down now to his left. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Flush down in the pocket. Toward the sideline, cut by Addison. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown, Chicago. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Finding Davis. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Working quickly here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Falcons football, a nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Quick throw here, left side. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Right up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They give it to him again. And this one doesn't go far. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Herbert from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They send the tight end in motion. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Running this one left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Hand off to the back. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming. But more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
6 defensive backs out there. Falcons in the dime on third. Back to throw it. He rolls to his right. He's running for it. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. 1st and 10, Herbert. Fits it through the middle. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's a give up the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Simple dive up the middle. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They give it to him up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. After this entire game, everything coming down now to his left foot. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.